Oh man, Coach Gruden. I think you guys can feel his personality. You can feel his demeanor, man. His leadership. Super smart. Always pushing everybody. He always makes it uncomfortable for us. And now playing a lot of football, it's so uncomfortable in practice that when we get to the games, man, it's gonna be nice. That's always been something that, even with Coach Del Rio, man, he always made practice uncomfortable. Same thing, Coach Gruden, man. He's trying to take it to another level of just making you uncomfortable, giving you the toughest looks. He wants you to throw the ball away. He wants you. He doesn't want everything to be perfect every day, and game like. And it's been awesome. So just making smart decisions and doing those things every day. I think those are just some of the things that have stuck out, the most about him.
When you say uncomfortable, you mean like the mental stress or the physical stress?
Yeah. No, physically, I feel great. Just mentally, just, he'll, I meet with him, every morning, and he'll say something to me in that meeting, at whatever 5:30, and then he won't bring it up the rest of the day. And then he'll throw it at me in practice. And, that's after all the meetings, after all the conversations, after all those things, making sure I still, am on top of the little thing that he gave me in the morning, and just it just continues to push me, man, to get absolutely everything out of me. And it's been it's been really cool, I'm not going to lie. It's been a blessing, that's for sure.
What was the little thing you gave this morning?
Nah, no secrets. But it's just details of certain plays, man, that he wants to see if it's this look. I want to see you do it this way. Those kind of things. And he'll just throw it in there, and then he'll talk about, 1,000 other things, and then hit me with it during practice. And it's just making sure I'm always staying on it, because him and I, we have to be on the same page. Him and I have to be thinking the same way, and he's just training me to, think like him, and it's been real fun.
What are your early impressions been of Martavis? We've been talking to you since you guys got him.
Yeah.
What kind of impressions do you have of him, and what can he add to the offense with that speed, especially?
I was going to say he is so fast, especially for a guy that big. Him and Jared are almost like the same speed, or same size. And Jared's fast too, but Martavis, man, he can really run. And so Martavis, he got here late with us, so he's still getting caught up on, learning everything, but he's doing a great job to go in and, move around and doing all those things. Coach Gruden wants everyone to play every position, and for all those guys to pick it up in the way that he has, using his body, his frame, and that speed, his jumping ability. We've all seen him catch go balls. We've all seen him catch screens and things like that. But when he got here, Coach Gruden's asking, he's got to run every route, and he's been doing it. It's been fun to watch.
What has struck you about Doug Martin thus far?
Man, his work ethic. Doug, obviously I feel like with running back, you're going to see the most out of them when the pads come on. And everything we've seen of Doug is awesome. But you see why he's a all-pro. You see why he's a 1,500-yard back. His work ethic is unbelievable. He finished a run to the end zone today and didn't stop till he got there, and then he ran back, to make sure he's getting even more in shape. It's just like little things like that, man, that show young guys, hey, man, that's how you do it. And that's been since day one. He's been one of the hardest workers since we got here in phase one, hands down. He's been one of the guys out there that just every day sticks out doing something where you're like, man, you see why he's a Pro Bowler. You see why, I guess you don't see why he got let go, but you're thankful that we have him.
What does it do when Doug's one of 20-plus veterans who came here at once, and when you add that number of guys, experienced players, but also guys who carry that work ethic, what does that do for a locker room to infuse that room with that sort of presence?
Man, you know what? It's so peaceful, man, because everyone in that room holds a certain standard, and we have people at every position where it's like, hey, man, this is the standard. This is how we do things, and it's not just on one or two guys to make sure it happens. Everyone is responsible for their position. Everyone is responsible, for themselves. And really, man, it's just this team. It's a family, man. It feels so close. Honestly, it really does. I think that adding older veteran players has really it brings into mind like how serious, how quick this thing goes, and they don't want to take anything for granted, whether it's a practice, a play, a rep, because they know how much each and every play matters, each and every relationship. And so just watching that from a distance, adding the veterans and those things, man, it's really helped our team, man. Just hit the reset button, come together, and it's different. There's a different feel, but it's a good feel. We got a really close-knit group of guys holding each other accountable, and I really think that stems from the veterans that have showed up.
Derek, you know the way that people latch onto things, and one of the things that when John first came here with you was, is Derek going to be able to hang with this hard coaching and these swear words and
darn it.
Did you find all that amusing, or and what has it been like, the hard coaching? So
no doubt. I think we both found it pretty amusing. And it's just one of those things, man. If they were to sit down in a room with us, hear us talk, and hear us, get after it, and they would see that we're very eerily similar. Obviously, just because they haven't heard me say the F word before, they just assume that I can't handle hearing it. But it's just one of those things, man, that we just we had to laugh at it, but went in one ear, out the other, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know what month it was. We've been working so hard and so many hours, But when we initially heard it, it was funny. He's gotten after me. He's pushing me. But the thing about him, and it's the same as Pat Hill. I had Pat Hill in college. Tough. Coach Schramm, tough. Really hard on me. And that's, people that I still talk to this day who I love them, And the thing about all three of them, Coach Schramm, Coach Hill, and Coach Gruden, is that you know how they feel about you. You know exactly how they feel. Like they would go through a wall for you. They'd do anything for your family. Then they don't just tell you, they show you. So that way when they get after you, you have no problem doing anything for them because it's family. And so I'm just trying to paint a picture of our relationship that it's just, I know how he feels about me. He's told me over and over again. He showed me over and over again with his actions. And so when he gets after me, I probably deserve it. And then secondly, I love it because he knows that all he wants to do is, I know that all he wants to do is get the best out of me.
It's a two-way street. I mean, I know he and Gannon went back and forth, and some of the other quarterbacks. I mean, they clash a little bit sometimes, and that's part of the process. Is that part of your process too?
Yeah, exactly. So whenever I don't agree with something, he's great. Honestly, we have never clashed. Honestly, he wants to know my opinion. He wants to know what I think and what I like and those things. So if something comes up, I can easily just be like, hey, coach, what do you think about this? Can I do it this way? And if if it's not anything, obviously from, right field, he's completely cool with it, which has been cool because we're just working together to make this thing as productive and as good as we can together. And that's the main thing, is that we're doing it together. So we haven't clashed yet. Hopefully we don't. Never know. It's football. People get heated, but it's been honestly a dream come true. It's been awesome.
Last week, Bruce Irvin said that, talking about John, that he had never seen a guy whose face could stay red for an entire 7 periods of practice. What's your impression of the intensity that John brings now after you're almost done with the offseason program?
Oh man, he brings it every day. I think we have a lot of guys in our building that take pride in being the same guy every day. Being able to bring the energy, bring the juice every day. That man has 20 cups of coffee, I guess, because he has another level that he takes it to, and he hasn't stopped yet. And I really believe that it's his love for the game, that his love for relationships, his love for the people on this team. Like I said, he'll get after us, but when he brings us up as a team, he'll be the first one to tell us how much he loves us, how much he appreciates what we're doing, how much he cares about us. And that right there is just why the intensity, like I said, it lasts. It doesn't go away. That's what right there. But when he's intense, you just take it, man, because it's that all he wants is the best for you, and it's not even selfishly. He doesn't. Obviously, if we do good, he does good, right? But he honestly just wants the best for every player. He from a guy that was on the practice squad last year to someone who's been a Pro Bowler before. He doesn't care who you are. He wants the best out of everybody. He believes every role is important, and he shows it. Mentioning guys' names, like he'll show a play and bring up some guy's name that hasn't even ran a snap in the NFL yet. Like, we could use you right here. This is your play. This could be it. This could be the one that wins it, And it just the way he engages everybody, it's every single day. And it's been really cool to not only watch and see, but to learn from. It's been really cool.
You said the two of you are eerily similar? What is it
Yeah.
that you see in him that you recognize in yourself, or what is it that
Oh,
makes you
man.
similar?
Our drive to just want to be better, our drive to want to outwork everybody, our love of football, our love of winning. Those are just like 3 or 4 things off the top of my head that we are so much the same, and even outside of football, man. The things that we believe, the things that we love, the things we love to do. And he's always wanted to, talk about how my family's doing, how life is, and those things, man. This isn't just him being a football coach, man. This is something that I see our relationship being something that lasts, beyond football. The football part is, we have to go and we got to work hard and we got to, focus on that. But, this is it's one of those things that ever since I met him, I just knew he'd be a friend, someone close, family for life.
What's it been like working with Greg Olson, and how does he fit into this dynamic? Because
Yeah.
we're talking a lot about the, with you and Coach, but Greg has a lot to do with the offense
Oh,
as
yeah.
well. How does he fit in, and what's it been like working with somebody that you have a familiarity with?
Yeah, it's really, we just all, and Coach Callahan too, our quarterback coach. We all, it's like we're in this, like, sitting at a circle, table, and we all just work on it together. While all of this is going on, we're all in there together. We're all doing it at once. So everyone's input from drill work to things they ran in the past, people they've been around, the way certain quarterbacks saw things, and then they want to hear how I saw it, and then they, how Coach Gruden sees it, Ole, Coach Callahan. I mean, everyone in that room has a voice, and everyone's voice is heard, not just a little bit, loud and clear. If that's the best idea, we're all, that's it, no matter who it comes from. And so there's no, I guess, hierarchy or anything like that, man. We're really in there just working out this thing together. Now, obviously, everything goes with the head coach and those things, but with Coach Callahan and with Ole, we're all in there doing it together, as these conversations and as these things are going down.
When you were here in 2014 and Ole was here,
Yeah.
when you look back on that year and the fact that the team wasn't very good, lost a lot of games, but his offense and the way that they ran it, they kept you protected. I mean, you did not take a beating. How thankful are you that year went that way, and how much did Ole have to do with that?
Oh my gosh, still to this day. I mean, even from the last, was it 3 years? How many years I've been? This is 5. Golly, that went fast. Okay, even the last 3 years have I've used things that Ole taught me. Certain things that. The number one thing I'll say this with Ole is that he teaches the quarterback where your problems are, and if you know where your problems are, now you can be equipped to handle them. And that meaning, don't take shots you don't need to take, don't take hits you don't need to take, because if you're not on the field, it's no good for anybody. And so the very first clips that we watched were all-pro Hall of Fame quarterbacks taking these hits that they don't need to take. And he would show me the protection, he'd show me things, and you don't need to do this, you don't need, and that's what.
2014.
That was in 14, and that's what he drilled in my mind over and over again. Now, with that said, now we had certain things schematically also, where I mean he's like a wizard, man, when it comes to picking up blitzes. How to do things and things like that. It's been real fun to listen to what he's learned over the last couple of years also, but just schematically and just his care for the quarterback position not getting touched. I mean, we already have a group in the O-line and the running backs, tight ends that don't want the quarterback touched already. And then you add guys like that, like the coaches we've had here before. They're all about picking up blitzes and protecting the quarterback. Ole just does it in his own way, and it's been fun again to rehash this time.
One more for Derek, guys.
Jordy surely will have an impact on the field, but
Yeah.
away from that, what sort of trickle-down effect have you seen him have on guys like Amari and Seth and Martavis, just being the guy with the know-how that comes from his experience?
Yeah, he's very outspoken in meetings, which is cool. As a receiver, he's like, Coach, something will come up, and coaches always say, if you have a question, ask, and you never know if it's like a real thing, you don't want to speak up sometimes. But Jordy is just every time, it's not just the quarterback talking. He'll just be like, hey, what if we did the route like this or, like that? And then the way we can do things through communication that way in meetings, I've really seen with Jordy help out those young guys, because now they feel, oh, Jordy said, now I can ask a question, and now nothing's just being left under the rug, nothing's just being, thrown out the window and not thought about, Jordy's very detailed. He wants to do everything exactly how you want it done. I see why see why Aaron loved throwing him the ball, you know, you know, because he knows if you're comfortable, you'll throw it to him, you know, and you know, I think all the guys are taking note to that. You know, I guess Jordy's been in their ear. I don't know. They all come up to me, hey, what about this route? How do you want me to throw that? I'm like, oh man, you did it perfect, you know. But you just see when you add a guy like that, you know, it just trickles down throughout the whole room of guys just. You know, their study habits. You know, you see Jordy off to the side when another group is in. If you just look over there, he's probably telling somebody something about a route or a technique or a coverage. He's very smart. He can read coverage like a quarterback. I mean, I can keep going. I don't want to. I think, hopefully, gave you enough to write. But
last year was tough on everybody in the building.
Yes.
This year you talked today about your receiver, just as you did, or
yeah.
I'm sure on. You seem rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Is that fair to say?
Very, yes. I think you guys could see it was hard, man. Last year was hard because we, like, man, why? You know. But I'm so glad that is done. I do feel better, physically, mentally, emotionally. Feel better. It's hard. The NFL is hard, man. It's hard to lose, especially when, man, when certain things you're just like, man, why? Why is this happening? You know. You know, you try and work longer hours, you try and work harder, and you can't figure it out. But it does feel nice, man, to just hit the reset button, start over, man. Me and Coach Gruden, you know, said that. He said it, you know, to hit the reset button, and then, man, we got hopefully, you know, 10+ years to let's just ride, man, and figure this thing out, and grow every year, and you know, do this thing. And you know, when a coach comes in and just does that for everybody, not just me, but for everybody, it's just like, whew, you know, that weight is lifted off. Like, okay, now, man, that's done. Whatever that was, let's just move forward, man. Let's just have fun together and let's work hard. And that's all I know. You know, for the next however many years I play this game, the one thing you know that people won't be able to say about me is that he didn't leave it all out there. I mean, I'm going to turn over every rock that I can find, that someone else can find for me, and just go forward, man. Because those 4 years went by fast. I'm already in year 5. That's crazy. So I did learn that I'm just going to enjoy the heck out of this thing on the way out. So if you see me sad, you kick me right in the chest.
Last one, guys. What are your impressions of the rookies, especially the tackles?
Yeah, man, crazy tall, right? First thing you think when I met him, I was like, am I going to be able to throw over you? Like, dang, bro, I'm going to have to, you know, whip it around you. But no, they're really athletic, very smart, very, very smart. You know, you see it in both of them. They're both having, you know, rookie moments like we all have. So you don't really focus on those because then they'll come back and do it perfect. So it's not too stressful. But you see glimpses of you're like, man, they could both. You know, it makes as a quarterback, man, if they can both figure it out, that'll be nice. You know, for the next 10 years, you know, just to have those guys standing there because you know they do some things sometimes and you're like, yeah, we can win with that. So you know they know they have to keep working. You know they haven't done anything yet. They know that. But we are happy to have them. And then the other guys, the other young guys, I think we got, you know, offensively speaking, we got a couple of young receivers, got a young running back, tight ends, from different deals. And you just see the people, I guess I'd say it like this, the people that were brought in, they love football. That's for sure. I don't know if that was a point of emphasis. To me, it just really stands out that they love the game. They love learning. They don't mind asking questions. Yeah, I mean, I think that even on the defensive side, the young guys, man, it's going to be good.